had to call my mom. I just said like, okay, like I'm tired. yeah, lender who have refused to do business with us.
No, we don't take help.
I am Silas Okoche, co-founder of Oval Interactive. I started out building technology solutions for several other tech companies, fintechs, and so on. And then my previous startup was in music and content distribution, video, and so on. And my co-founder reached out to me, Folabi, about this doing a new kind of thing in this part of the world, interactive video, and using that to create engagement and opportunities for audiences with brands and so on. It was really exciting. So here I am. So Oval Interactive is an interactive video engagement platform. We essentially help brands connect with audiences and engage them at scale. And it's not the easiest thing to describe, but once you see it, it makes a whole lot of sense, right? It's live video or recorded video, and a brand puts a presenter and speaks to an audience at scale. And you can get real-time communication between the audience and the presenter. You get to know what the audience is thinking. Have they understood your message? Were they paying attention? Are they willing to buy? Are they willing not to buy? Did they just have a good time? Did they resonate with your brand? Things like that. That's what our underlying video engagement technology is able to do in this part of the world. Started out trying to build an app that we call Trivia Billionaire, like a game show where tons of people could come and enjoy this interactive video gaming trivia experience. And the goal was to allow brands use that to communicate with audiences through that fun game show. We've worked with a couple of brands, one of which was Paga. Paga is the largest mobile money company in Nigeria. And through that game, they were able to reach out to some of their audiences that they had limited data on in terms of bio data. So they invited those people, they just had phone numbers, invited them to come for the game show. But to qualify to be on that game show, in that video experience, you have to supply more data for the brand in terms of your first name, last name, and so on. Therefore, they enriched their brand, their user data, and of course, knowledge about their brand and their product by sponsoring that live video engagement experience on Trivia Billionaire. Early stages of Oval Interactive, we sort of tried to figure out the technology. And we were technology first, video first, mobile consumer internet first, and but getting video to work at that kind of scale, live video, had presented its challenges. Trying to work with different cloud providers like AWS and so on that provide underlying infrastructure to power our unique use case, and figuring out the best way to provide low latency video occupied a lot of our time. In the early stages. We finally got that sorted out, and along that line, of course, is when we met the Baobab network, and it helped us connect a few dots in that direction. Yeah, I mean, I had subscribed to the Baobab network newsletter a couple of years back, so I always used to get those insightful newsletters constantly. So in one of those newsletters, I saw a line about the accelerator and getting into that, and of course I went forward to apply, and I can remember the day I got the email asking us to come for like an interview. It was like the most exciting news ever. So yeah, and here we are. It was intense, right? So we had the opportunity of being in the concentrated one, and then the reporting and the weekly and the monthly sessions and so on. I have two good reasons why an early stage founder should join the Baobab network. The first is that you don't know what you don't know. There are a lot of blind sides in this startup journey. And sometimes you need somebody outside your particular startup or your particular industry to be able to help you with those blind spots. And the Baobab Network program essentially provides many different opportunities for you to help yourself uncover those blind spots in your business. And that could make all the difference between success and failure. And the second reason is actually the community you build inside your fellow founders in that startup or in the startup journey as a whole. So that community provides a lot of support, provides a lot of sounding board for you can peer mentorship and so on. There are a lot of advantages to being able to relate to people at the same stage as you are navigating this journey and being able to find ways to support each other through that process. Yeah. Biggest learnings would be short-term impatience, long-term patience. So in the short term, you are pushing every button to make sure something works with your technology, with your marketing, and but long term, you are able to take a disappointment from a partnership that hasn't come through, and then just send them another email, attend another meeting, or find their competitor even to see if a partnership with them could work. But just not giving up when you have been patient through that process of disappointment, eventually turning it into some sort of success at the end of the day. Some of our biggest wins, getting into the Baobab network, of course, but also being able to build a product that works to significant scale. It's one of the most beautiful things in the world is to have an idea and then see it work and then see people use it. So my biggest wins is when I see probably on our Play Store app, I see like very, very great reviews. I really enjoyed this. This works. This was a unique experience. Or to hear brands talk about how it could work for them as well. Yeah. I find that really, I would say our biggest L was a partnership that we worked on for months with the telco. We put in a lot of sleepless nights trying to get an integration with a particular telco to work, and someone got changed somewhere and it didn't quite work anymore. I haven't given up on it yet, but that would have been exactly, yeah. I would say be flexible, right? Be flexible with regards to what your data is telling you. Right? So if you thought your business would go in one way, but you see that your data is revealing that this other channel would be more successful, you have to be flexible enough to go with that. And that way you are more likely to get to an outcome that is more desirable. Yes, we're building essentially a new kind of way that brands engage with audiences. So we see ourselves as becoming a global service provider for businesses that want to engage audiences at scale, and not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, but hopefully across the entire world.